So you go first, man. Who's your number 5?
Nah, we could go. We actually just do the Master P. I mean, the Styles P. Jadakiss with it.
All right. So who is your number 5 pick, man?
So my number 5 pick right now. I mean, I feel like she's a little upset with how it released because I mean I'm not in the studio with her.
I feel like I know who you.
Yeah, you already know I'm talking about.
Tiana.
Of course, I'm talking about young Tiana, man.
To be honest with you, the way that album came out, I don't want to give it a listen if it's gonna come back out and they didn't do anything or
it's
they're
supposed to come back out Tuesday. It didn't come back out. Oh, not Tuesday. Yeah, it's supposed to come back out last week Tuesday. It didn't come back out.
Oh, so if they didn't come back out, I don't want to listen to it and then they make changes to it because I don't want it to taint my first listen. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they are. With the way Kanye's dropping albums right now,
Kanye, if you gonna be dropping albums like this, bro, you gotta take your time because you really fucking up people's body of work. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take your time with that shit.
I mean, they're artists, man. They working. I mean, those contracts gotta be crazy if you could do that to them too.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
It do. But alright, so my number 5 is That Man with the Hoodie, A Boogie, international artist. I feel like that album is bad. That album is so fire, son, and it's so slept on.
Was it last week?
It dropped like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, see, I missed that. I gotta listen to that.
That project is fire. A Boogie. Basically, in this project, what A Boogie did was A Boogie basically collabed with a bunch of artists of different genres, and that's where the international came from. So he has songs with Nav, he has a song with Tory Lanez, he has a song with some Spanish producers, he has a song with a reggae artist. I said Spanish producer with a Spanish artist. I don't know the names, but the collab is fire. My favorite one is obviously what is it, son? What's that song, man? I'm way too fly. And I in nighttime, I'm a vampire, but that joint.
I didn't even hear it.
Shit, bro.
I gotta check it out. I was sleeping on that.
That shit is so fire, son. So A Boogie with the Hoodie gets my number 5.
I'm definitely gonna get that a listen.
Definitely.
So at number 4, R.I.P. Triple X. I was actually bumping this album before his death. Cause Sad and Moonlight, I like Moonlight a little bit more personally.
No doubt.
But Sad was R.I.P. X again, man. But Sad was definitely up there for me too. Moonlight,
Sad was a great record.
He's also another dude with his album. He was giving you different vibes. He has a Spanish song on there too, and he don't speak Spanish. I forgot the name of it, but if you get a chance, check that out. That one was fire.
No doubt. I always liked XXX Tentacion, that's how you say his name. Yeah. I've been practicing it like all week and shit. But I liked his album. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first song I heard was "Look at Me." Obviously, me being the turned up dude that I am, I'm obviously gonna gravitate toward that song. I felt the energy on it was amazing. It's disrespectful to a certain extent. So that's the type of shit I like. Like I'm a huge Uncle Murder fan because I like disrespectful shit. You feel me? So that song stuck with me. OD. Sad is fire, but I didn't really get deeper into his catalog until he passed away. I wish I would have because he does have some songs that I really like. Like he has a song with Joey Badass that was really fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
so he can really versatile. He can really spit. You know what I'm saying? And I actually wish I would have got into him earlier before he passed away. But
yeah, man,
I'm definitely gonna bump him now.
In the group chats, man.
So again,
put y'all in the group chats.
R.I.P. X.
R.I.P.
And that. So
who you got? Who you got? Your number 4.
My number 4, I got Drizzy with Scorpion. That's my number 4. I know it just came out, so it might be a little premeditated. But
that's why it's not mine.
Scorpion is a really good album. I do feel like it might be better later down the line compared to what else is dropping. I don't know what else is dropping. Like I know Tory Lanez is supposed to drop a project this year.
He dropped one already.
He did drop Memories Don't Die. Memories Don't Die. I love Tory Lanez, and I'm probably like the biggest.
That album died quick.
Yeah, I'm probably like the biggest Tory Lanez fan that I know, and I'm definitely one of the biggest Tory Lanez fans in New York City.
I gave it one listen.
I've been on Tory Lanez since 2011. The album grew on me, and it's definitely like replayable, but I don't think it compares to these albums right now. Like the vibes I got off of Scorpion, I didn't get those vibes when I first heard Memories Don't Die. So no offense to Tory Lanez, but that didn't just do it for me. Like I feel like Tory Lanez dropped better mixtapes than albums, and I think it's just more so because he feels like he can be more raw and less commercial, and that's just the type of music I'm into right now. You know, and a lot of Drake's songs on side A isn't really too commercial. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what I like about it so much.
It reminds me, it gives me a lot of if you're reading this, it's too late, and that's one of my favorite rapping.
Yeah, and that's a good project. So Scorpion is my number 4. Who you got?
So Scorpion is not in my list just because it's still fresh. It just came out this past weekend. I need a few more listens to digest it.
I'm at number 3, by the way.
Listens?
I meant number. What's your number 3 person?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm not. Scorpion's not on my list.
No, I said 4 though.
Oh yeah.
Right,
so my number 3 on my list is Young Barty with Invasion of Privacy.
That album is fire.
That album is super fire.
That album
like
is
you
fire.
was going through the run list earlier, but not even was the album fire. I think like the biggest thing with her, which is probably the opposite of why my reaction was different with Drake's, is because you have expectations with Drake, and I know it's going to be good. He's never given me a bad product. But with Cardi, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, you
I
really
listened
don't know
to
what to
some of her
expect.
mixtapes, like when she was coming up. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't deep dive, but like
Yeah.
I listened to a couple songs.
I
when
listened
she
to
was on her OD
Gangsta
Slim
Music
shit.
Part 1 and 2. It had some jams on it.
Yeah, it got some jams on it.
I feel like Cardi
But
really
it's
took
different.
off when she had Lick. It was cool at first, but when she threw Offset on that thing,
Yeah.
that nigga Offset, boy.
Again, I mean, that's
he
another
went
discussion. Offset's my favorite person on Migos, been for a minute. He got
You're
bars.
crazy.
He got
Crazy.
bars.
Takeoff?
Takeoff got bars too. Takeoff be
Takeoff
getting slept on, be getting
Takeoff
so
get
tight.
slept on, son. I can't wait. Yo, Takeoff
Takeoff
and
get-
Lil Yachty is supposed to be dropping a project this year, and I'm actually really excited for that project. Not for Lil Yachty so much, but I'm ready to hear
Yachty can
Takeoff.
spit, but-
Like, do you remember that week when Migos all released like a solo song?
Yeah.
Takeoff had the
We
best
thought he was
song.
gonna do a solo albums.
Yes, Takeoff had the best song of that week out of Quavious and Offset. All right, Takeoff. Shout out to you, but my bad.
But yeah, Invasion of Privacy, it caught me off guard just because I didn't know what to expect. I never heard Cardi in a studio setting, and just I mean, again, we all know she doesn't write all her bars. Like
That's a fact.
like,
But
I
didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it to any. There was times she was saying words in there, and I'm like, come on, Cardi can't even use this word in conversation.
Oh my God! Stop it!
No
I'm not.
offense,
Come on, we're not bashing Cardi.
I'm not. No, I love Cardi.
No Cardi slander, bro.
Yeah, I love that. Everybody
I be fighting niggas on Twitter for that.
everybody ready
No
to jump on the
Cardi
sofa
B
for Cardi the
slander.
moment you even hit and slander. I'm
I'm not
coming
jumping
at her.
on the sofa for her, but I'm gonna pick it out the ground. I'm gonna cut another motherfucker with it. Like you're not
All
gonna
I'm saying
disrespect
is,
Cardi. All right?
I'm not disrespecting her, but there's certain words that we know young Bakali, so he said, pronounce it properly for me.
What, her name?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not even gonna embarrass myself like that.
Yo, put it in the comment section with pronunciation, please.
That eyes.
But Cardi B, it caught me off guard, and that whole album had a lot of bump value, and it's what you expected. Like, we all wanted club bangers from her. That's what she's been doing, and I think she produced. With her first album, she definitely produced a bunch of club bangers that I still hear popping to this day. And then the change up, like you said, just went platinum with damn.
Wait, be careful.
Be careful. Sorry about that. Be
Not
careful.
to mention that too, but Cardi B went platinum in the first 7 hours, I believe, of her album being out. Her album went platinum, probably off the success
I mean, the new
of Bodak
Street
Yellow
Rules,
and New
yeah,
Street
definitely
Rules.
Bodak
But
Yellow.
either way, it's still impressive because Nicki Minaj didn't do that. So, sorry, Nicki.
I mean, wait till she dropped this year with Queen.
I mean, Nicki's gonna go platinum. I don't know how fast she's gonna go platinum, but I can tell you that those singles that she dropped, like the Rich Sex shit, and then the shit with Ariana Grande.
Rich X was not it. I thought she was back when I heard them other two songs.
Where Charlamagne at, yo? Somebody
Chun
poop
Li?
on that record. That shit was trash.
So we good with the Nicki slander though. I just want to know.
I'm sorry, Nicki not
Yo, I ain't gonna
fucking
hold
with Nicki
you.
not fucking with Cardi right
As
now.
soon
That's
as Cardi
facts.
B got on the radar, everybody been slandering Nicki. I just want to say, Nicki, I love you too.
I'm wrong for
I don't
my
understand
bad,
why
Nick.
there only got to be one female at top of the time.
It don't got to be one female at the top, but if somebody got to be at the top right now, Nicki is not you.
Like Drake just
I'm
said, the
sorry.
crown is shattered. Like, can't she get some piece of the queen's
She,
crown?
she,
Like,
she can have like the
let's be
little,
honest,
she got
Cardi
the
samples her a lot.
She had the pointy shit at the top. As far as like the jewels and shit,
I mean,
Cardi got the jewel
Cardi
part of the crown,
new hot
bro.
kid on the block. I get it. Cardi's just the new hot shit right now.
I'm just
I get
saying.
it.
All right,
But she's
so-
number 3 for me. What you got at 3?
my number 3, I have my man Pusha T with Daytona. Yuck. I think that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was spot on.
Push that out
Clap
to
it up
me.
for that. Clap it up for that. That was spot on.
But I feel like Daytona was everything I wanted from Pusha T.
I love the cover.
If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? The way that shit
No.
starts off is just crazy. And maybe I gave him the leg up over Drake just off the fact of
He
that,
won the
yo.
battle.
That story added dog.
That story added
Yo, when he said about 40, 4666. Oh my god!
That was shit. This is
like,
different.
bruh, that disc might have jumped in my top 5 favorite disc records of all
My
time.
number's definitely in there.
Because that
I learned
shit-
Drake had a baby. He
Bruh,
got a blackface.
He really exposed Drake.
And 40 about to die.
I don't think like I said, all
They
the
got
people
real
Drake's
personal.
beef with, nobody's ever put that many chinks in Drake's armor. Like he actually took a piece out. Like Drake actually bled. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all seen Batman versus Superman when Batman finally got to Superman and got the look, hit him with the kryptonite shake. Yeah, bro, you were like, oh shit, Superman could really die, and that's how I felt about that. So maybe I was riding the high off of that. But bro, that project is really fire. Pusha T always gave you bars. He always gave you quality music. And even though Pusha T talks about drugs all the time, the way he talks about drugs is so elegant, and he makes it seem like he's really like a top 5 businessman in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jay-Z on the side.
Yeah. So with that being said, that's why I fuck with Pusha T.
Me and Jay-Z would be his side job because he always talking about slinging that coke.
Exactly. But Pusha T does it better than anybody. He does. This playing like Pusha T is the #1 drug rapper of all time. Period.
I mean, and that's why he's not in my list. He's definitely an honorable mention for me. But the thing is, I'm tired of the drug bars, bro. I don't be wrong. He's the most creative person I've ever seen.
I've never seen someone use
that many metaphors for drugs and it be fresh for this many albums. Like,
and that's why he's #3.
You're right. He's an honorable mention for me.
#2.
I need something different. But #2, I got Young Cold World, K.O.D. I know you don't got this in your list, but that's cool.
J. Cole is definitely not on my list. The project was good, but it's down on my list.
We needed some food for thought in this climate. I wish Dan would have came out this year because that would definitely be on this list. Probably been on #1, obviously.
I didn't like Dan that much.
It's fine. We like different things, bro.
Like I said, we do like different music. I'm more of the ratchet, turned up,
and I like
crazy kind of dude. I don't get me wrong. I like the food for thought, son, but I don't need a whole album of it. Like
Cole didn't give you that.
Cole didn't give you that, but 95% of it was. He had 2 songs. He had K.O.D. That was probably
ATM.
He had ATM that was cool, but even ATM was still kind of food. It was kind of like food for thought. It was definitely deep. You know what I'm saying? I like the 1985.
1985
that was cool. That was my favorite track.
I like the video interview that
and the joint he did. I think the last song on there, I forgot what it was. The joint where he was talking about kissing the girl on the cheek. I forgot what that was, but that was really deep. Like
the Fall Off.
Like I said, I could take some of that shit, but all the time, so like I don't need a whole album of that shit. Like music is supposed to make you feel a different emotion, and with J. Cole's project, I've only felt one. Like, oh my god, like the world is really fucked up, and there's really nothing we can do about it. And I don't like feeling like that. Like I want to have a better mood. I want to be more excited. You know what I'm saying? So that's why J. Cole's not on my list. But I respect why he's on yours. Though.
I mean, like I said, he's on my list for all those reasons that he doesn't like. I feel like we haven't gotten any of those type of songs. Well, let me not lie. I mean, Book of Ryan did come out this year, and J Rock with his Gangsta Motivation came out too. So like, there's some food for thought people in Freddie Gibbs too. I'm just throwing off my honorable mentions. Shout out Freddie Gibbs. That cover for that album is fire. That suit. My man Freddie Gibbs is fresh. You gotta listen to Freddie.
I like Freddie Gibbs, yo. My favorite Freddie Gibbs song though was on GTA. So it was the smoking and driving joint. That's
what introduced me to him too.
Yeah.
But
shout out GTA.
Shout out GTA. Put me on a lot of good music.
It really did.
OD.
It really did.
I still listen to a lot of Vice City music too. But yeah, K.O.D. is there for all those reasons. I mean, a little bit of loyalty too. Cause J. Cole's my guy. He's one of my 2 guys. Grew up with J. Cole.
His biggest guy. Pause.
Not pause. Pause that all the way.
I meant pause for me, but that's his biggest guy.
Pause that all the way.
That's his biggest.
First of all, him and Kendrick are like even for me. They like yang. They like yang and yang, but like from different spectrums.
Yeah. Alright.
But he's not my biggest guy. He's definitely tied up there.
So my number two, man, is that boy from the 60s, my man Neighborhood Nip Hustle, Victory Lap. Victory Lap dropped early in the year. It dropped February.
Maybe even January.
No, it dropped in February. It definitely dropped February. I don't know if it was 14th or 13th or 12th or something like that. But Victory Lap is probably one of the only projects that came out earlier this year, besides Cardi B, that I still bump religiously. It was that right mix. It was that right mix of classical LA sounding music with motivational music with great storytelling and Blue Laces 2 is fire. Last time that I checked, obviously for my ratchet, shout out YG. Hustle and Motivate. Those, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it had a very great balance of all types of positivity, all types of ratchetness, and that is why that is my number 2. I really don't think it's like too much that needs to be said. Nipsey Hussle always puts out great projects. I'm super excited about his deal with Atlantic, and I'm super excited that he still gets to own the rights to his music and release music the way he likes to. Because Nipsey Hussle really schooled a lot of people in his game. Like we talk about Jay-Z and Diddy all the time, but Nipsey Hussle really came out the mud and really changed the way that people look at it. Like Nipsey Hussle was doing it independent and he was successful and he really didn't have to sign a major. Like it was great for him to have the major backing, and now I think he had the number 4 album of the week, or he debuted at number 4, which is high for him with obviously having the type of resources that he had and stuff like that. But Nipsey Hussle is probably one of my favorite artists on the West Coast right now. So shout out Nipsey, number 2.
Oh, he's definitely one of my favorite artists on the West Coast. And also, song that you forgot to mention, Status Symbol 3 with Buddy.
That was cool.
Yo, Buddy vocals on that.
That was cool.
Fire.
He got with the I've been smoking, I've been drinking. That's heat. That's heat.
I still bump that whole album religiously.
Yeah, that album, I could play it through a million times. Like that is one of my road trip playlists. Like if I was on the road and I had to listen to an album straight, that would probably be the album I would listen to. Yeah,
definitely from this year, and that's why it's in my number 1 spot. Because I haven't had an album this year drop that has as much replay value as Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap.
No doubt.
Like, you could tell he's been spending, because I've been listening to some of Nipsey Hussle since Crenshaw, and he's been talking about Victory Lap since before then. Because I went back and checked out some of his mixtape catalog, so you can tell
Victory Lap has been
a lot of time into
for about 4 or 5 years.
Probably longer than that, honestly.
Like, I almost thought it was on detox status.
Detox level,
yeah, like it was getting
but
that
it didn't
close.
disappoint. It did not disappoint when it dropped.
It was definitely great.
I still bump that album at least once a week, fully through, without skipping anything. What's the song with CeeLo Green? Loaded Bases. I just like I like Loaded Bases on this.
I liked Nipsey. I didn't really like CeeLo on that, so I didn't take it away from him. I like the creativity. I didn't like it, but I didn't really like it personally.
Yeah.
But my number 1 album, because his was Nipsey Hussle, if you guys missed that, was J Rock's Redemption. As far as TDE rappers go, J Rock wasn't my number 1. Obviously, people was gonna say Kendrick is number 1, and then Schoolboy Q.
A lot of Schoolboy Q people.
But honestly, with this album, this project made me go back through J Rock's catalog and realize all the dope music I've been missing. Like, don't get me wrong, I've liked J Rock on certain songs. Like, I liked him on the remix of that part.
Oh yeah,
his verse is crazy on that shit. Like the way he came into that shit. Like, yo, it's impossible to love it. If you don't come from it, it's just fire. But as far as Redemption goes...
I like his verse on King is Dead, too, from this year.
He's been blacking lately.
Yeah, he killed the
He's been blacking lately. And honestly, as far as, like, this album, I listened to the whole way through with no interruptions on my way to work. And honestly, something like, I really don't have a track that I don't like on this shit. Like, I'm looking through it, and honestly, like... There's not a track that I don't like on this. Or whenever I'm in my car, these are the most go-to songs that I play or that I listen to. Mm-hmm. And this whole album is in there.
Yeah, that's so shit for me.
This shit is really good. Like I said, it gives you the classic LA from a Bloods perspective. It gives you struggle. It gives you pain. It gives you everything that you want from a hip hop album. It's motivational. And honestly, like, J Rock doesn't have a bad verse on this album. Like, I can't even tell you my least favorite track, because I feel like everything is just so detailed and everything is just perfect to me about this album. Like, this will probably still remain my number 1 album unless somebody else drops some crazy shit. Like,
I know definitely my honorable mention.
DJ Khaled would never drop a great number 1 album in my list because he got too many niggas in there.
Yeah, and there's a couple singles that I always like on his.
I would love to say that Tory Lanez would jump into my top.
Tory Lanez?
Yeah, Tory Lanez.
As Guru would say, Tory Lanez.
I would love for Tory to drop an album that I can say is my number 1 album of the year. He's dropping an album with Talk to Me. I don't think he's the album artist either. And like I said, I've enjoyed all his mixtapes. The Chicks tapes are really great. The new Toronto tapes were good. Swavey was good. Swavey the mixtape. My favorite Tory Lanez project would probably be like Conflicts of My Soul. That was a really good project.
All right. We're talking about too much Tory Lanez now. Guys, Tory Lanez, don't disrespect my guys. That was our ranking. I had to cut that short. That was our ranking.
Don't sleep on Tory, man.
Because he's about to go into a Tory Lanez rant. Once you get this nigga started, it ain't gonna finish, guys.
But shit, I just know too much about Tory Lanez. Like, I was at his first concert in New York. No, I was following Tory Lanez since 2011. When he was signed to Sean Kingston. Thank God he got away from that, because that nigga Sean Kingston is stealing niggas' jewelry and shit.
Yeah, I just saw that
he's
come
not
out.
paying jewelers
Some jeweler
and shit.
looking out for him, trying to get
ass
him.
nigga, yes. Honestly, son, somebody got to run the fade with him, son, because
I mean,
he's
the
over
jeweler
here
trying to, but his mom's coming to his defense.
he over here giving niggas fake checks and shit and not paying for his jewelry, son.
That's some
Like, yo,
slime
stop
shit.
buying jewelry if you cannot pay for it outright. Like, I would never buy a piece of jewelry that I cannot pay for outright. Like, I don't want to be on no leasing plan. I don't want to be on no financing
Those rental
plan.
jewelry.
Yeah, like,
that's trash.
I don't want to do that. Like,
So trash.
If I was famous and I blew up off of music or whatever, for vlogging, podcasting or whatever, my jewelry would be 100% paid for when you see me with it. You know what I'm saying?
Big bank you talking about right here, man. Big bank.
Rich in mind, you know what I'm saying? But, yo, we hope you enjoyed the first episode of In the Midst podcast. I am your boy, L Jay.
I appreciate you sitting with us. I'm your boy, Ola. Yeah.
We will be back soon.
Right.
Peace.
We the realest, we the realest. Don't gotta touch a real nigga just to feel us. All my niggas like, we the realest, we the realest. Don't gotta touch a real nigga just to feel us. All my niggas like.